from the local scene. They're both really funny. The first one up, I met him about 10 years ago. He was just starting out, and now he's become a fixture on the Seattle comedy scene as well as most of the Pacific Northwest. So please give it up for Mr. Doug Gale.
Hello, everybody. I'm not quite sure what you guys do, or not what you do collectively. It's more of a conference thing. But I did go to the. This is weird. Is this really? Are people hearing this? Is it audio? I need to stand under one. Okay, there we go. Now it sounds like my own voice is being. Oh, God damn it! There's a camera. I am screwing this up so badly. Camera and sound. It's just weird. It's weird to hold a thing and talk into it and not hear it. She's waving at me again. Jesus, there should be like a taped X on here. Is this good? No? She's still over more? Over more? Okay, good. Stand over the thing. Stand on the, okay. Oh, I could actually look at the camera, and the circle part is the thing that I should be, that's what I should be in front of. I'm not a smart man. I went to the website because I wanted to figure out what was going on here. And the one thing that stood out is there was a talk this afternoon about surviving the zombie apocalypse, which I thought was fun. I hope that was fun. Did somebody here give that talk? Oh, fantastic. I will tell you, if you guys want practice, this is what I like to do. Are you guys from Seattle or are you guys from out of town? Seattle? Seattle? Okay. So go to Pioneer Square after dark and pretend that the crackheads are really the shambling undead. And it becomes this sort of like live action open air zombie role-playing game. It is super fun. If they touch you, you're out of the game. That's the basic gist of it. And just basically pretend that they're change. I want to eat with your change instead of brains. It's very close. It's a sad joke. That is a sad joke. Should not. This is weird as a comedy show. I was kind of wondering like what kind of heckles might happen. I thought of two that might happen is maybe your act could use with joke engine optimization. That was the first heckle that I imagined. And then something a little more elegant, which would just be meta keyword equals not funny. So those are two. If you feel the need, feel free to jump out. Stupid. But you guys are nerds, so that's good. I think you're nerds. Do you guys care about things like inappropriate grammar or bad punctuation? Are these things that people are passionate about? This is like literally all I care about. This is where I'm at in my life. Somebody raised their hand. That's good. Somebody cares. There's somebody in my apartment building that has been putting up signs advertising things, and it drives me crazy. One of them was for a Super Bowl party. In the description for the party, it said, "Hey, everybody, come down to my Super Bowl party. Make sure you bring some munchies," in double quotes. In double quotes. That means pot brownies, right? If you say munchies in double quotes, I should bring pot brownies to the party, which I did. $250 fine from the Homeowners Association for bringing pot brownies. The elderly people in my building, not a big fan of the pot brownies. Found that the hard way. He also put up a sign for a barbecue, except it was in double quotes. Come to my barbecue. So is it or is it not a barbecue? Is it an ironic barbecue where we dress up in barbecue costumes and that's what we do? No, it is not. And I did not wear the costume this time. I thought about it. In the description, it said, "Come down this weekend for food, folks, and fun. Make sure you bring your favorite side dish," in double quotes. Barbecue double quotes side. It's a fuck party. That's what's happening. It's some sort of weird group sex thing that they're doing in the common area. Plenty of sausage at the party. Wink, wink. No, that's not true. I got dirty really quick, Jay. I had asked whether we were supposed to be clean or not. Does anyone care one way or the other if it's clean or not? All right, fine. You'll probably hear about me masturbating as we get towards the end. I'll save that for later, though. I'll complain about other people. So the sign guy drives me crazy. I've seen this writ large. I'm pretty sure it's not the same guy, but the principle applies. Look at your sign. Think about what it's saying. There was this sign on Aurora heading south. This was ostensibly it's a pro-life billboard. Don't really care which way you go on pro-life or not. It's if you're pro-life, you're probably a ridiculous person. But that's fine. We're not going to talk about that. The point was this billboard had a picture of a baby, and then it must have been, I guess, a 1 billion point font across the baby's head. It said, "Grandpa thinks I'm a looker." That's not pro-life. That's pro-creepy. That's what. I mean, nobody looks at that and starts to question their thoughts on abortion. I mean, don't get an abortion because your father might think the baby is attractive? That's weird. That's weird. I see that and I think, well, okay, Grandpa doesn't get to be alone in the room with the baby anymore. That's what that sign says to me. Somebody's nodding. This is good. This is what I want. I'm making a connection at this table over here. This is the goal for me. I am a stupid person. Again, if you didn't remember me trying to figure out where a camera points, I'm a dumb person. I add on my fingers. If you have to add anything and the numbers together have to roll over into the next whatever group of the tens, I have to go to my fingers. 5 plus 8. 2 and 7, I can do that. That's still within the same group. Weird basic math description for no reason. I also, if I'm driving and somebody is giving me directions and they say turn left here, I literally subtly hold up my fingers on the steering wheel and look for the L, and that's the way I want to go. I should instinctively know left from right, but I don't. I'm dumb. I'm 41 years old. I have just recently learned that terracotta is not cheese. That is, I didn't go to college. I don't think they teach cheese in college, but I should have picked that up just through common knowledge by now. It's ridiculous. Somebody told me that they were refinishing their house inside. They were putting up terracotta. I didn't literally think they were putting cheese on their walls, but when I saw it, I thought, oh, that must be the color that terracotta is. Now I know what to look for in the store because I keep hearing about this cheese and I want to buy it and I never find it. Nope, my brain just made the connection. I read that the Chinese 3,000 years ago had made terracotta statues that people have dug up. That time I really thought it was cheese. I thought the Chinese had buried cheese statues and they lasted 3,000 years. My brain made sense in my own head. It's so dumb. I am in my head. I'm thinking about what I'm about to say. I make shower art. It doesn't matter. It's just a thing I do, and it's a waterproof art you hang in your shower. Oh no, Brian. All right. It's really funny. It's awesome. But I have to mail things. The point is I have to mail things to random people sometimes. I recently had to mail something to someone in a town called Churchill, MD. I'm looking at the package, and I'm thinking to myself, what state is MD? I could not remember what state's initials were MD. It's Maryland, spoiler alert, in case you're going crazy trying to figure it out. I had to look it up online because it was like 15 minutes I'm thinking about it. My first thought was, oh, it looks like that town has a doctorate in something, Churchill, MD, which has got to be the oldest joke in Maryland, but I don't live there, so I don't care. My second thought was Churchill, MD. Oh, is that North Dakota? North Dakota! That's what my brain suggested to me as an answer to a question that I legitimately posed to my brain. You are not helping. North is not a state. North isn't even a direction. Is it more north than North Dakota? Is it some like weird nether region between Montana and North Dakota that nobody wants? Because it's a shithole out there if you've ever been. It is just flat and nothing. It drives me crazy. So I've covered extensively that I'm not a smart man, right? We've established that fact. Despite all of that, this milkshake has actually managed to bring a woman to the yard, if anyone can believe that, or recognizes the musical reference that I am trying to do for comedic purposes up here. Which is funny. I shouldn't even. Some people may or may not know that music. I don't even know that musical reference. I've heard other people say that there's a song about milkshake bringing boys to the yard. Don't know who it is. Don't know what the song's about. Anyways, moving on. What I'm trying to say is that I got married. I married a woman. We got married in Las Vegas on New Year's Day in a helicopter. Mostly because we're super serious about marriage. 2 reasons I wanted to get married this way. One, you can't fit your in-laws in a helicopter. That's pretty much... my parents asked me why I'm doing it. I'm like, it's kind of obvious, isn't it? I don't want you there. It's embarrassing that you've asked me. I was hoping this would tell you what was going on. Second reason, when we were getting married, and it's still happening now, there's a lot of conservative people, socially conservative people, that are against gay marriage. And their argument is, oh, gay marriage makes a mockery of straight marriage. And I thought to myself, well, can my marriage also mock your stupid marriage? Yes, it can. Thank you, Las Vegas. I'll take the mockery package in a helicopter and perhaps an Elvis guy marrying me underwater. That's because marriage is real. So dumb. So stupid. I will say, though, that I've learned things about relationships. I've learned what works, what doesn't work. I will say I can't really tell who's together or not. It doesn't really matter. But when you are if you're not a broken, damaged person and shit eventually works out for you, here's what to keep in mind. Have something in common with your partner. You want to have common interests. For my wife, nodding. Excellent. I love nodding. Connections. This table. They don't love me, but they've nodded twice. And that's better than that table. Way better than this table. You need to have common interests. So for my wife and I, we play games together. We play German. I was about to say German games. That sounds kinky. It's German board games. It's It's not what you might first think if you're a pervert like me. Like Settlers of Catan and these kinds of things. All right. I knew Settlers of Catan for the guy with the glass in the back. He's got like a pseudo beret, so he's going to know what I'm talking about. Pseudo beret. Don't know what that means. We've played bridge. We've played pinochle, which you've got white hair, so you might know what pinochle is. You'd probably be the only person in the room that would know pinochle. Here's how I learned what pinochle was. I was on vacation, and I was bored, and I was a little tipsy in the middle of the afternoon, and I wanted to go buy some cards. So I go to the gift shop, I buy some playing cards, I go back to my room, and I open them up, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these cards? There should be 1-7 in the deck of cards, right? There should be. You're the only person who knows what I'm talking about. That's... When she goes back to her bridge club, she's going to tell that joke. It'll probably bomb again, but that's not my fault. It's delivery. Common interest, that's what I'm saying. And it's nice for me. My wife has a sense of humor, which is wonderful. I love that my wife has a sense of humor. It burns me every once in a while. Recently, we were having sex. No, it was okay. It was okay to be dirty. We were fucking. And when we get done, she looks up at me and she starts doing this. Like, what the fuck are you doing right now? And she says, you just had sex with Lobster Bob. What? What is that? There's so many questions going through my head right now. First of all, what did I marry? This is insane. I knew that we got married in a helicopter, but things have gone off the rails here. And I'm not opposed to a little sort of like role playing in the bedroom, but I feel that homosexual crustacean sex is like a 301 class. You know what I mean? That's not where you start off. Maybe you start off with like the UPS driver coming in that's got a special delivery, or how bad you want to A in my class kind of thing. And then we work our way up to having sex with lobsters. I said homosexual crustacean sex, so I'm just assuming that Bob is a male lobster, but I don't know how they name people under the sea. How do they name lobsters under the sea? They are people. If they're having sex, they are people, because otherwise it's not informed consent, and I'm not even going to pretend. All right, anyways. I've gone into a weird, it's now a twisted sex show. The thing is, there's a kinky show in Seattle called Twisted, so that's why 2 comics left. I hope is that why you were laughing? Oh my God! Oh, all right. Yeah, TK show. Yeah. I did that show. I'm just talking to Brian for no reason. This is just like what was happening earlier, except now I have a microphone. TK Kaznick does this kinky, dirty show. Sexy implies that you'd like it. You don't like this. This is uncomfortable, leather and chrome. You don't know what's happening. So she booked me on this show, and so I wrote a lot of the like weird, perverted jokes. Get to the show. It turns out that in the meantime, it has turned into a benefit show for colitis. That was not what also clean show. IBS and colitis, and now I've got to be clean? Okay. What was I? Oh, I was talking about fucking lobster. We don't want to go back to that. I will say this. I keep saying that. I will say this. Am I doing all right? All right, fine. I'm getting paid for this. Isn't that insane? Something is wrong with our economy, and I am part of that problem. My wife, I love my wife so much. Sense of humor. But sometimes, apart from the fucking thing where she gets weird, she does weird things to me that I can't understand. I will preface this story by saying I acknowledge I am a crazy person in this story. So do not judge me for that. I'm at the grocery store. I buy a bunch of bananas. One of the bananas was like a flat banana, and I got so excited. I have not been this excited in like 20 years. It was like it was a 2-dimensional banana. Bananas should be everything should be 3-dimensional. This was a 2-dimensional banana. I go and I show it to my wife, and I just want to say, like, look at this banana. Isn't this amazing? Before I can even get out how excited I am, she karate chopped the banana out of my hand. And I'm looking at the banana on the floor, and I'm looking at her, and I was, why did you do that? She did not be flippant. She was not flippant here. She thought about this for a second and said to me, I just wanted to see if I could ruin your banana. That is what I married. Now, that's not funny. That's not a funny story. I'm a crazy person in that story. That's fine. I have to tell you that so that you might be on my side when I start to talk about how... My wife right now has a broken ankle, and she's a little upset about it because I keep referring to her as my broken load of a wife. So she's not. But that's, we've got the back and forth. You karate chop my banana, and you're a broken lord of the wife. It is weird. I don't know if anyone's have to deal with this sort of taking care of somebody that's got an injury. You would think a broken ankle is not that bad. You can't cook or clean. I'm doing everything, shopping. And I don't mind this. I brag about how good of a husband I am to my friends. I will make breakfast in bed for my wife every day, take pictures of it, post it online just to show off. Like, fuck, look at me. I'm awesome. I'm the best husband in the world. I'm sort of doing it for my wife. I'm mostly doing that at her friends. You know what I mean? Like, to brag to them. I've caused one divorce, and I've made one marriage really rocky right now by showing what else is out there. The bar is set higher because of me. But now, because she has a broken ankle, I have to make her breakfast every day. I have to make her lunch and dinner and all this. So I can't brag about it. I can't be like, oh, I'm awesome. I didn't let my wife starve to death this morning. Aren't I a great husband? And that drives me crazy. I have realized, though, I used to wonder about people that had to take their loved ones off life support. I feel a little bit more sympathy for them now because if there was a plug to pull, I'd have pulled it. I know it's just a broken ankle. That would have come right out of the wall with 2 weeks ago, I think. That was about my limit. I used to think that in marriage, when you get married, one of the wedding vows is sickness and health. I used to think that was romantic. That's not. Somebody closed a fucking loophole right there. Somebody saw a way out. Like, oh, I'll marry you forever. Oh, you got sick? Nope, done. So that's why it's in the contract. Oh, boy. I did get really dark towards there. I'm a crazy person. This is the thing. I know I said that I was stupid, and I am, but I am a crazy person. When I was younger, I had a crush on this girl in the 5th grade, and the way that I expressed my crush for this girl was I cut her photo out of a group school photo. I burnt her picture. I mixed the ashes of the picture with water and rose petals and drank it because I wanted to absorb her essence to somehow feel a connection for her. And my brain told me to do that. I would have thought the guy with the pseudo thing would have laughed at that. But I'm not trying to pick on you. But out of who would be the most creepiest person in the room? You would be number 2 after me. And no offense, no offense. There's just not a lot to work with in the creepy range here, which is good. That's actually a compliment. When I say not a lot to work with, it sounds bad, but that is in your favor. Yeah, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. In my 20s, I try to trade places with my reflection in a mirror because I was tired of making all the decisions and I thought, that guy's got it easy. I want his job. In my brain's defense, I was super high on mushrooms at the time. And I did. I put my hand on the mirror and I did like trying to breathe my essence into the mirror. And that's insane. Why would my brain have... Oh, the mushrooms, of course, is why my brain would have me do that. But, okay, so mushroom excuses aside, this very day, today, I am wearing what in my mind are magical socks. I believe, I've got a sock right here. This is supposed to be a pencil, right? And this sock is supposed to be paper because I think that makes me a better writer when I wear these socks. I legitimately believe, I put these socks on coming to this show thinking, oh, you better be prepared for comedy. So wear the pencil and paper socks, Doug. That makes perfect sense. I work with computers for a living. I think I should know what logic is and is not. Nope. How weird do you want me to get? How deep into my psychosis do you want to hear? I hear voices. I hear voices from time to time. Do not worry about this. I do not act on anything the voices tell me to do because I am self-medicating with marijuana, and I am usually so stoned that what they tell me to do is ridiculous. You know, if I hear a voice say, "I want you to erect a monument to the glory of God," I just start laughing. You said erect. I have not. That's truly just a joke. But I have. The most recent events of me hearing voices, I'm an atheist, by the way, yet I felt the presence of some higher being tell me to accept the light, and if I did, all would be revealed, and I would know what to do next, and I said, no. I said, I do not want this. In the face of evidence, I'm still saying, nope, I'm an atheist. I'm done with this. The second thing was I heard my recently dead grandmother tell me to go to my grandfather's birthday, and I had to say no to her as well, because I feel like if I make an exception, the voices will just keep coming to me as my grandmother. So it's like, I'm sorry, Grandma, maybe you're real, but I got to say no across the board. You have to have, if you have voices in your head, you have to have a firm no policy across the board. Yep, that's a crazy person right there. That is a crazy person. I'm going to end because I have gotten really deep in a hole here as far as what a lunatic I am. But I'm going to talk about the job I have. I do, like I said, I work with computers. I do web development, and you think I'm a crazy person. You would be right. My boss is a wonderful, I don't know if you know people like this where they have no filter, where they will say whatever and there's nothing stopping them from saying stuff. I do web development, and I'm supposed to put together presentations about my websites for our team, including him. Mixed company, professional environment. I do a presentation recently, and the feedback he gives me about my presentation for the website was this. Hey, Douglas, I think this is a great website. I really like it. I'm afraid you talk too much about the features of this up front, so I'm worried that we're blowing our load too early. Could you do me a favor, casual as can be, could you do me a favor and move some of the features to the end? That way we've got a good money shot. When did porn metaphors enter the business vernacular? Are there seminars that I'm missing? Is there a really fascinating workbook that I should get my hands on that I would actually read for once? I don't know. I'm waiting for the day that he just fully snaps and comes in and says, all right, team, listen up. The vice president totally donkey punched me on this project. We need to launch ahead of our competitors. I think it's time we do the old reach around, see if we can't firm up our deliverables. Listen, I know we're behind schedule, but if you guys all come in this weekend, I'm pretty sure we can finger bang this shit out fast and you can smack my ass and call me daddy, and maybe, just maybe, I don't get DP'd by the VP. Who's with me, team? I don't know. Woo! Yay! Yep, that's my smattering. Douglas Gale, thank you very much.